Imagine a face staring at you from the darkness. No emotion, no fear, just an empty gaze. Now imagine that face isn't just from a movie, but from real life. Today, we're peeling back the mask on the horrifying reality that inspired one of cinema's most terrifying characters, Michael Myers. When John Carpenter's Halloween premiered in 1978, it introduced the world to Michael Myers, a relentless, masked killer who prowled in the fictional streets of Haddonfield, Illinois. His lack of emotion, his silence, and his unstoppable nature have made him a horror icon for decades. But what many fans don't know is that the character wasn't entirely fictional. Carpenter himself revealed that Michael Myers was partially inspired by a real-life encounter, and the story behind it is as chilling as the films themselves. One individual often linked to the inspiration of Michael Myers is the notorious serial killer Ed Kemper, also known as the Co-Ed Killer. While Kemper's actions came years before Halloween was released, the similarities between him and the fictional killer are chilling. Edmund Kemper was born in 1948 in Burbank, California. From an early age, Kemper exhibited signs of disturbing behavior. As a child, he killed animals and displayed violent tendencies, a classic warning sign of a psychopath. Kemper's family life was chaotic. He had a deeply strained relationship with his mother, who belittled and verbally abused him, calling him worthless and troubled. But what truly set Kemper apart as a figure of horror is the way he escalated. By the age of 15, he committed his first murders, killing his grandparents with shocking detachment. When asked why, Kemper said he simply wanted to know what it felt like. The authorities sent him to a psychiatric hospital where doctors diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia. Despite this, Kemper was released at age 21, deemed rehabilitated. Much like Michael Myers, Kemper's freedom marked the beginning of his most horrific acts. Over the course of several years in the 1970s, he preyed on young women, earning his moniker as the Co-Ed Killer. What makes Kemper more unsettling is his intelligence and ability to blend in society. Standing at 6'6" and possessing a calm demeanor, Kemper used his size and charm to lure victims into his trap. He was articulate, even polite, traits that starkly contrasted with the brutal violence he was capable of. Now, let's connect the dots. Both Kemper and Michael Myers exhibited violent tendencies from an early age. Michael Myers' first murder occurs when he was just 6 years old, brutally stabbing his sister on Halloween night. Similarly, Kemper's early crimes against his grandparents showcased a terrifying lack of empathy. Escape and freedom. In Halloween, Michael escapes from a psychiatric hospital after a few years of incarceration, returning to his hometown to unleash terror. Kemper's story follows a similar path. After being released from a psychiatric facility, he went on to commit his most heinous crimes. Mask of normalcy. Michael Myers literally wears a mask, symbolizing his lack of humanity. While Kemper didn't wear a physical mask, he wore a figurative one, presenting himself as friendly, intelligent man while hiding his monstrous nature. Relentless nature. Michael Myers is often described as the Shape in the Halloween series, an unstoppable force of evil. While Kemper was ultimately stopped, his ability to evade suspicion for years speaks to a similar kind of persistence and cunning. In Halloween, the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, plays a significant role in amplifying the terror. It's a small, quiet town, the kind of place where everyone knows each other and nothing bad ever happens. This setting makes Michael Myers' rampage all the more shocking. For Ed Kemper, the terror unfolded in Santa Cruz, California, a coastal city that's also known for its laid-back atmosphere. During the early 1970s, Santa Cruz became the hunting ground for not just Kemper, but also 2 other serial killers, leading to the city being nicknamed the murder capital of the world. One of Michael Myers' most terrifying traits is his silence. He never speaks, never emotes, and his actions seem devoid of motive. This lack of communication makes him even scarier because it removes any chances for reasoning or understanding. while Ed Kemper's was the opposite in many ways. Talkative, even articulate, his emotional detachment and the cold, calculated nature of his crimes draw a haunting similarity. Kemper, like Myers, was methodical and deliberate, striking without warning and showing no remorse. What makes Michael Myers and his potential real-life inspiration so terrifying is the idea of pure evil. In Carpenter's films, Dr. Loomis refers to Michael Myers as the boogeyman and claims he is purely and simply evil.
Man wouldn't do that. This isn't a man.
This depiction removes any sense of humanity, making Myers an unrelenting force rather than a person with motives. In real life, the concept of pure evil is harder to define, but Kemper's actions come close. His willingness to manipulate and destroy lives for his own gratification demonstrates a chilling lack of humanity. Yet, unlike Myers, Kemper's intelligence and ability to articulate his thoughts provide a window into a mind of a killer.
What's going on? I let them out. I would have gotten away with those two being murdered. I said, no, it's got to stop.
Both of these horrifying characters are still alive today in their own ways. Michael Myers is still one of the most famous fictional serial killers, and there are still movies being made of him. And the real-life counterpart, Ed Kemper, is still alive at 75 years old, serving his 8 life sentences in California medical facility. So the next time you watch Halloween and see that pale, expressionless mask staring back at you, remember, it's not just a story. Somewhere out there, the real Michael Myers might still be watching.